Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's EJ Marino and this is About Last Night, the show where I talk about the movie I saw last night. We're diving into a sexy, explosive, controversial new film. Yes, I'm talking about the new movie, Climax. Director Gaspar Noe has been in my life for years. I have seen all his films from Irreversible, Enter the Void, Love. This is a director I enjoy, and Climax is my favorite film from Gaspar. There has not been a movie that he's made that hits every market that I want. It's explosive, it's sexy, it's weird as hell. This is about dancers doing LSD and it goes crazy. What more could I want personally? Now for you, I will say this movie's probably a little too shocking. If you've never seen movies like a Serbian film or Martyrs or anything like that, this might be a little too weird for you. But if you're used to extreme cinema, if like weird, offensive movies are your thing, I think Climax is exactly the right film for you. Why? Because this isn't as shocking as his normal movies. I was genuinely impressed that I thought Gaspar Noe wanted to make a serious film this time. I don't think he was just doing this to shock filmmakers, to shock viewers, to shock critics. I think he wanted to tell a weird story about a dance troupe. I think he saw Suspiria and was like, hold on, hold my beer, let's get weirder. Yes, like I said, if you have not seen movies like a Serbian film or these more extreme movies, this might be a little too much for you. But like I said, I'm actually kind of surprised that this is tame. This just follows, just like I said, the dance troupe led by Selva, who is played by Sofia Boutella. She's kind of our main character. You know Sofia Boutella from Atomic Blonde, from the Mummy movie. I think she was also in Kingsman's Secret Service. She was the one with the cool, like, prosthetic legs. She is our main character. We feel for her. We dive into all her emotions. And what I love is, like I said, I can actually enjoy her character for once. I didn't get to a point where I was like, oh, Gaspar is just gonna like torture this girl just to torture her. She goes through some stuff, but I was just like, I'm not wanting to rip my skin off and run out of the theater in disgust. Good job, I'm actually enjoying myself. That's what I really love. We get to follow this dance troupe dancing to an awesome soundtrack. Oh my god, the soundtrack of this movie. Filmed amazingly. I mean, that Steadicam operator had to be on drugs himself because the way it moves around and everything, I loved that. Just, I'm so impressed with this movie. I'm so happy that Gaspar decided to tell a film that wasn't as shocking as his usual work. Yes, if you've seen Irreversible, that rape scene with Monica Bellucci is one of the most disgusting things on film. But yes, this movie has rape, incest, homosexuality as something taboo. This has a lot of taboos, but I don't feel as grossly offended. Maybe I'm just used to his movies. Maybe I'm just so like looking at what's in politics, what's in the news, and I'm not as shocked anymore. But I was like, I enjoyed this movie. I like that this is a little bit more disgusting. I just saw Captain Marvel. I saw Isn't It Romantic, the Rebel Wilson movie. I needed something like this. I needed a palate cleanser that was like, oh, have you been eating oatmeal? Well, here's like a hot chili pepper to wake up all of your senses. This movie like slaps me in the face and says, here, you're awake, enjoy this dancing. Oh man, I do enjoy the dancing. The music is so good. This kind of movie is hard to rate. It's hard to give it a 1 out of 5 because it's like, this movie is insane. If I had to, I would give it a 4 out of 5. There's still things I would have tweaked. There's still a little bit of that like, oh, Gaspar was just trying to like piss us off there. And I'm like, I'm not letting it work. I'm sorry if that pisses off the director, but I'm like, bro, come on. You're better than this. You don't have to just slap me in the face with something and be like, did you like that? You know I don't. So what I did with this was like, I'm not gonna let anything bother me. I'm gonna let this wash over me, and I found that to be more enjoyable. What a shock. If you don't go into something trying to be offended, you won't be offended. Huh. But no, truly, I just enjoyed this movie. I think it was so well made, so well crafted, so well directed, acted, the cinematography so strong. That soundtrack, I'll mention again, that soundtrack is hot. I just genuinely enjoyed this experience watching this movie. I have not seen a movie like this in quite some time, and I've missed extreme cinema. I've missed this weirder side of Hollywood, this weirder side of filmmaking that we normally don't get to see. I was so happy that I got a press screening for this. Usually I have to go see these movies on like my laptop, just trying to be hidden because I'm like, this is too dirty, or if we get a screener for it, one other person shows up. I was impressed. People turned out to see this movie. I don't think they liked it as much as I did, but there was people who turned out to try to give this movie a chance. That's rare for Gaspar Noe. Usually people see his name and we're like, oh, he did Irreversible, bye. But something about Climax gets people into the door. It truly is like a new Suspiria because of that like fun dance vibe, because of that weird otherworldliness. No, there's no real witches in this or anything like that, but there's still that little bit of level of magic in it that I'm like, this movie is strange and I'm loving it. Yes, that was my review for the new film Climax. Sorry I can't really get into too much of the movie because either I would get demonetized on this because it's offensive or I would ruin the experience for you. Look, you know what this movie's about. A dance troupe takes LSD, Sofia Boutella's in it, you're good to go. Go see this movie if you are a fan of extreme movies. I don't want to recommend this for someone who loves like Marvel movies and then you see this and you hate me forever. No, go into this if you like these kind of movies. If you don't, avoid it like the plague, download that soundtrack. But thank you so much for tuning into my review. Have you seen Climax? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. If you like the director, Gaspar Noe, let me know what you think of him as well. I want to know all your feelings. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this review, and make sure you subscribe to my channel because I make videos like this every single week. Thank you guys, and tune in for another video.